The person of interest in connection with the shooting has been questioned and now we've learned has just been released. The shooter remains at large tonight and the investigation is ongoing. Kirk, who was 31 years old, was known for debating students on college campuses over political topics. Today was the first stop in his fall speaking tour. It was held at Utah Valley University. Officials say a suspect shot him in the neck. A single shot was fired from about 200 yards away.
The political activist has caught the eyes of millions through social media, and his death today affecting those here in the Coachella Valley. Our Brett Rosen joins us live in studio with more. Brett.
That's right, Olivia. Charlie Kirk, a political activist for the Republican Party and the founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative nonprofit who goes to different high schools and college campuses to educate students. It's an organization that has garnered the attention of thousands, even right here in the Coachella Valley. This video was taken not even 3 months ago at the Student Action Summit, an event hosted by Turning Point USA. It was also the last event 19-year-old local Jacob Blodgett attended, hearing the founder, Charlie Kirk, speak. Today, Blodgett says the feeling of losing someone he looked up to, words just can't describe.
I've had the pleasure of hearing him a couple times speak. The big thing for me, I think, was he's bringing back critical thinking skills to our younger generation. Yeah, it was kind of a shock, obviously, when it hit, and I don't want to think about the fallout that's potential, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
Blodgett says seeing someone murdered for their beliefs is disturbing, and hopes to see a shift where politics and violence don't share the same realm.
Disappointment, I guess, that this is where we're at currently in the nation, and a hope that we would hopefully see that we need to go back to how it used to be, and where we respect human life above all things, because we should be able to share ideas, in America without resulting to violence. So
even politicians in the Coachella Valley are voicing their opinions on X. Republican Representative Ken Calvert sending his thoughts and prayers. Democratic Representative Dr. Raul Ruiz and Republican Assemblyman Greg Wallace, while on different sides of the political aisle, are both condemning the political violence, saying it has no room in this country. And now that Charlie Kirk is dead, Jacob Blodgett only hopes the same people that attended his Turning Point USA conferences would be the same to continue his legacy.
I would hope that this has the same effect as, when President Trump got shot, that people would actually rally to his side and realize that hopefully conservatives are on the side of freedom and sanity in this case, and his legacy would continue.
And not too long ago, Charlie Kirk's nonprofit Turning Point USA put out their statement asking everyone to keep his family and loved ones in their prayers. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, Brett, thanks for that report. We appreciate it. We have more reaction this evening from residents right here in the Coachella Valley after this deadly shooting. Here's what locals are telling us tonight.
The whole thing is so sad. I listen to him quite often, and he seems like such a fair, honest man, and it's so sad what's happening in our country right now.
I think it's gotten out of control, and I'm tired of hearing that all these people that are not stable are going around committing these acts.
Everybody thinks that we have to shoot somebody because they have an opinion, and nobody wants to listen to anybody else's opinion.
We need to take the guns off the street everywhere. That way there is going to be more people here who are going to feel more safe.
Charlie Kirk is survived by his wife and 2 children. We've been streaming the latest developments and press conferences online as well as on Facebook. Go to our website for more information as the story continues to develop.
And in local news tonight, the Palm Springs City Council will address the Queer Works Civil Grand Jury report tonight. This will be at their City Council meeting, which is currently underway. On the agenda, a review of the Riverside Grand Jury report on Palm Springs' handling of grants. This stems from the incident of Queer Works CEO Jacob Rostovsky. He allegedly pocketed more than $90,000 in funds that were intended to provide services for the LGBTQ+ community, specifically through a universal basic income pilot program. The grand jury report found the city, quote, lacked adequate policies and procedures for processing and monitoring grants and contracts. The grand jury report included new comprehensive guidelines for grants and contracts for the city to implement.
Palm Springs Mayor Rhonda Hart releasing a statement saying in part, the grand jury's report underscores the very shortcomings our team identified and is already fixed. While different figures have been cited regarding the Queer Works matter, what matters is that the city identified weaknesses in its oversight and has since enacted sweeping reforms to ensure taxpayer dollars are never at risk again.
And from that, let's take a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera, downtown Palm Springs, where today is the perfect day to eat some dinner out on the patio, go for an evening walk. The temperature's feeling nice. The overnight lows this week, Kai. We can even open the window when we fall asleep tonight.
Turn the air conditioning off, windows open. I went for a bike ride this morning.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. You said you went for a walk?
Went for a walk, felt fantastic.
Mark, you got to get your skateboard out there tomorrow morning.
I'll have to do that. Put my sweater on, right?
All right, let's take a look at those current conditions. 94 degrees, Palm Springs International Airport. Humidity around 20%. High temperatures right now. Well, let's take a look up the hill. Yucca Valley, we're looking around 75 degrees. Bring it to the valley floor. We're looking at West End, Palm Desert 92. East End, Coachella 93. We move to the west again, Banning 73 degrees. For the wind gusts right now, Whitewater, we're looking at 16 miles an hour. Our friends in 29 Palms, 17, and in Indio, 14 miles an hour. Tonight's evening stroll. Go out there, have some fun, enjoy this cooler than average weather. 8 o'clock is going to be mid 80s, 10 o'clock, high 70s, and if you're still up at midnight, 67 degrees. That's right, 60s. For the lows tonight. High temperatures across the country. Denver, the Mile High City, 92 degrees. Dallas, Texas, 91. Minneapolis, 74. Seattle, 74 as well. And in San Francisco, a humid 69 degrees. Low temps for tonight. Palm Desert, 71. Palm Springs, 69. And in Big Bear City, just above freezing. The reason this is happening, low pressure system working its way down the state. Take a look at the 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. In the 90s the next few days, Saturday back up into that triple-digit mark, and those overnight lows stay in the low 70s. Full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Kai, thanks for that. Tomorrow, millions across the country will hold ceremonies for those who lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks. And here in the Coachella Valley, there's no difference there, as several gather to reflect and pay tribute, starting as early as 8:30 tomorrow morning for a local memorial. Let's go to Tiani Jadaling, joins us live in Palm Springs this evening at Fire Station number 2, where she has details on when and where these events will take place. Tiani?
Mark, tomorrow morning, the city of Palm Springs and the Palm Springs Fire Department will host one of several community events honoring those that lost their lives in 9/11. Tomorrow in Palm Springs, it'll be held in front of Fire Station 2 in front of their memorial. It's something they do every year and will include a performance by a New York Fire Department firefighter and his daughter. Captain Ronnie Skybarg with the Palm Springs Fire Department suggests people arrive 15 minutes early at about 8:15 a.m. Several members of the department will partake in the remembrance, and all are welcome to gather in the cul-de-sac on North El Cielo. Community members will be able to view the display that remains outside of the fire department all year long, which includes a piece of steel from one of the twin towers. Here's what Captain Skyberg had to say about tomorrow's memorial.
What we're looking for is to have the community come out here. The goal for us, the mission for us tomorrow is for us to never forget. Simple as that. I've got a daughter, 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and I'm trying to teach them this is what occurred, this is why it occurred, and this is why we memorialize this event to ensure that everybody in the future generations continue to hold on to the event that took place, because it was bad.
That's not the only memorial taking place. Several others, as we mentioned, will across the Coachella Valley as well, including in Indio. They're hosting a ceremony at Miles Park. There will be a groundbreaking ceremony for a new 9/11 memorial at the park. It's a 12-foot steel artifact from the former World Trade Center. Again, that's at 9 in the morning. And in La Quinta, the city will hold a candlelight vigil at 7 o'clock in the evening at Civic Center campus. And in Palm Springs as well, a mass will take place at St. Teresa's Church to remember victims, including Barbara Keating, who was a Coachella Valley resident. Of course, we'll continue to cover all ceremonies and memorials that will take place across the Coachella Valley tomorrow to honor those who were affected during 9/11. Live in Palm Springs, I'm Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. A local alert this evening. The Healthy Desert, Healthy You Summit arrives in the Valley tomorrow. This two-day event features a number of panels and speakers covering local health issues that matter to you. Some of the topics that will be covered include air pollution, water quality, and environmental justice. In the afternoon at 3:30, I'll be moderating a panel that focuses on the health and environmental impacts of the Salton Sea, especially with lithium mining expected to start in the near future. We'll be analyzing potential local job growth as well, water use, and seismic impact. So we'll have coverage of this summit for you tomorrow. The event runs through Friday evening.
The family of Harold Matzner has shared that he was peacefully laid to rest today in a private ceremony with close family members. They say they're deeply grateful for the outpouring of love and support during this difficult time. Matzner donated more than $85 million to Coachella Valley nonprofits. He championed things like healthcare, education, and the arts. A public celebration of life is planned for Tuesday, October 21st in the Palm Springs area. Further details about the event will be announced in the coming weeks. Matzner died last Thursday at Eisenhower Medical Center after a brief illness. He was 88 years old.
Coming up next tonight on NBC Palm Springs, Sunnylands Center and Gardens is set to open a new photography exhibit showcasing the estate's carefully curated trees. We'll have more on their history right after the break.
Also tonight, how Shadow Hills High School is helping two deaf student athletes excel on and off the field. Our Caitlin Kelly with that story. That's coming up in sports.
And here's a quick look at your gold and silver prices on this Wednesday evening, halfway through the work week. Those headlines plus more in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back. 3 former top FBI officials are suing Director Kash Patel and the Trump administration.
They claim they were purged under political pressure from the White House. The lawsuit, which was filed today, alleges Patel fired them after pressure from right-wing social media users and direct orders from the White House. Court filings accuse him of politicizing the FBI to protect his own job. The suit cites conversations where Patel allegedly said he was told to remove anyone tied to criminal investigations of Donald Trump. The 3 former officials want their firings to be declared illegal and reinstatement of their jobs with back pay.
And new at 6 o'clock tonight, Sunnylands Center and Gardens in Rancho Mirage is opening its season with a new photography exhibit that showcases the estate's carefully curated trees. Our Kai Beach has the story.
This year, we have decided to open with an exhibition on the history of the trees at Sunnylands. Hi, I'm Micheline Gallagher for Sunnylands. I'm the director of the Center and the Gardens. And you are in our exhibition space, which has been taken over by the trees. It's called Curating Canopy, Trees at Sunnylands. And it was photographed by David Loftus, who is an international photographer. Who's fabulous. He has given us views of the trees we've never had before. I think anytime you have a historic site in an area that's fragile like the desert, you have to be able to talk about the history of plants in that area, what decisions you're making. And this gives us the opportunity to do that, but it also makes it very accessible because it's an art exhibition with images that are very artistic, not so science-based. I want people to, first of all, see the beauty of the trees that are here and the landscape that we have, but at the same time to think about those challenges and what history institutions are up against when they have these living collections. You can see this exhibition Wednesday through Sunday from 8:30 to 4 when we're open. It's free. Come on in, enjoy it. It has some immersive elements that will make people just want to sit around and enjoy the trees.
Our thanks to Kai for that. And speaking of Kai, he's standing by right now. He's got the latest on the forecast as we talk to you about our live shot right here. It's our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Kai's got the details on our end of week forecast when we come right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy Wednesday evening. We're taking a live look at the Walter Clark Highway 111 cam. That is the river in the beautiful city of Rancho Mirage. You're looking at the Cheesecake Factory and also P.F. Chang's. I was there earlier today filming a story. I'll have that coming up later in the week. As for the temperatures today, the high 95 degrees. Normally we're 104, so we are below average. Boy, does it feel good. Take a look at the overnight lows in the 60s. That's going to feel great. In addition to that, dew points are down, relative humidity pretty dry out there, especially compared to last week. Highs today here on the east end of the valley, Indio 99, West End Palm Springs 95, up the hill Joshua Tree 80, and in Big Bear City a cool 69 degrees. For the overnight lows, Big Bear just above freezing 38 degrees, Palm Springs 69, Thousand Palms 73. Tomorrow's morning walk forecast is going to be nice. I was out there riding a bike this morning around 6 o'clock and I thought about putting on a sweater, but I didn't. Tomorrow it's going to be 69 degrees at 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock we're looking at mid 70s, 10 o'clock low 80s, and at noon 87 degrees. The wind gusts were strong in Whitewater today, nearly 40 miles an hour. They do start to taper off as we head into the weekend. Unfortunately, temperatures do start to rise as we head into Saturday. As for tomorrow, that peak heat, Palm Springs looking at 96 degrees, Rancho Mirage 99, Beaumont and Idlewild both in the high 70s. The reason why we're seeing these below average temperatures, low pressure system in Northern California working its way down the state. Hopefully that will bring some rain to those wildfires. For us here in Southern California on the coast, you can see some morning showers and some AM fog. Holiday countdown, we're less than 2 months away from Halloween and just a few months away from Thanksgiving. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Thursday and Friday, both in the high 90s. Temperatures do go back to triple digits on Saturday and Sunday. And those overnight lows go from low 70s to low 80s.
Water Wise Wednesday, brought to you by Coachella Valley Water District.
It is WaterWise Wednesday, and I am joined by Lorraine Garcia, who is the manager of communication at the Coachella Valley Water District. Today, we're talking about the desert-friendly plant of the month for September, which is the slipper flower. Welcome, Lorraine.
Hi.
Hi. Tell us all about this plant.
This plant is beautiful. It has upright, wavy stems that loves full sun, but you can also plant it in partial shade in containers.
Where do you find them?
You can visit your local nursery to find this plant and other desert-friendly plants.
It doesn't grow naturally in the environment, or?
No, it's not a native or wild flower, but our nurseries can help you out with finding this particular plant.
Awesome. And so you said it's water efficient, so it's good for gardeners, anybody who wants to get out there, get their hands dirty a little bit.
Yeah, if you're thinking of changing out some of your plants and maybe making them more water efficient, this is a great one.
And where can we learn more about water efficient plants in general?
By visiting cvwd.org/conservation, and you can find our landscaping guide for desert-friendly plants and other conservation tips.
Awesome. Lorraine Garcia, thank you so much for this tip of the month.
Water Wise Wednesday, brought to you by Coachella Valley Water District. The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Well, welcome back. Friday Night Football, all about the roar of the crowd and the energy in the stands. But at Shadow Hills High School, 2 athletes proving that the game is about much more than just the sound. Caitlin Kelly has the story.
This is what game day is like for Shadow Hills deaf and hard of hearing athletes Zakiah Mason and Jonathan Moyotel. But for them, their energy isn't pulled from the roar of the crowd. It comes from within.
So I wanted to join because I wanted to try, I really like dancing. When I grew up, I've always liked music and dancing. I like the feel of the beat of music.
For Zakiah, the beat is felt through movement. For Jonathan, the rhythm of the game comes from the field itself, playing on special teams for the Shadow Hills football team.
When I play football here at Shadow Hills High School, it makes me feel like all the people come and they watch and they have fun. And they watch the game, and everyone, they come to watch me and see me. And I've been playing since I was a freshman. And people are happy to come see me and watch me play here at Shadow Hills High School.
Both Zakiah and Jonathan refuse to let being deaf limit them. And Shadow Hills High School supports their success with one of the Valley's strongest programs for deaf and hard of hearing students, alongside a top-tier American Sign Language curriculum.
So we are the only high school in the entire desert that has a deaf and hard of hearing program. 4 years ago, we started offering American Sign Language as a foreign language. The kids can take as an alternative to Spanish. And it has just opened up our campus for our deaf students here to be able to communicate with anyone on campus.
Well, I used to think that a lot of the deaf kids were not really sociable. They would always keep to themselves, but now that I've been able to talk to them and learn about them, they're very outgoing and very sociable and really fun to talk to.
This Friday, Zakiah and Jonathan will take the field for Shadow Hills' homecoming game, showing that true strength isn't measured by sound and that determination can speak volumes. Caitlin Kelly, NBC Palm Springs.
Well, as Caitlin mentioned, homecoming is Friday night when the Knights host Desert Hot Springs. Well, that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Got some music and movie news tonight. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
You've created a creature of the night.
Fresh off winning 4 trophies at the MTV Video Music Awards, including Artist of the Year, Lady Gaga is extending her Mayhem Ball Tour. After January shows in Japan, she'll return to the U.S. next Valentine's Day, with 21 North American shows currently scheduled in 2 months coast to coast. Tickets go on sale today.
I need something big. I need something new. What do you think?
You don't want to be a Neil Diamond impersonator. You want to be a Neil Diamond interpreter.
I was looking for the right way to say it, and you just came right out and said it.
Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson play struggling musicians who form a Neil Diamond tribute band in the official trailer for Song Sung Blue. The musical drama about following your dreams, based on a true story, arrives in theaters December 25th. Forever in blue jeans in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
If you'd like to see these stories and more, you can find it all on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Head to the newsroom tab. You can also find the latest forecasts, latest sports headlines, and more. And especially head to the cool tab. There's contests, giveaways, everything you'd like. Again, that's NBCPalmSprings.com. We'll be right back. All right, that's it for us on this Wednesday. You know what tomorrow is? Friday Junior. Getting closer.
Something to celebrate. All right, we're back at 11. Fred Rogan's got the latest with the Rogan Report. That's coming up next.